Hello, today we'll be talking about Gurdurr, the first pure fighting, evolution, and second stage Pokemon introduced in Gen 5, being the evolution of Timburr who evolves at level 25. Gurdurr's previous PYC dates are August 12th, 1997, June 2nd, 2000, March 24th, 2003, January 12th, 2006, November 2nd, 2008, August 24th, 2011, June 14th, 2014, April 4th, 2017, January 24th, 2020, and November 14th, 2022. Gurdurr being the second stage of a three-stage pure fighting evolutionary line that shares part of their name throughout the entire line, particularly with notable anatomical features, could be seen as the equivalent of Machoke. Despite this similarity, I like how unique Gurdurr's evolutionary line is, with it helping on construction sites. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we're talking about Gurdurr, the muscular Pokemon, whose number is 0533. This is what it looks like. Its type is Fighting, abilities, Guts or Sheer Force. Iron Fist is its ability. Gender ratio 75% male and 25% female. Catch rate is 90 or 20.1%. Breeding is A group human-like. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'11" or 1.2 meters. Weight is 88.2 pounds or 40 kilograms. Base experience yields 142. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 2. And attack, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokédex color is gray, and base friendship is 70. Gurdurr is a fighting-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from Timburr starting at level 25, and evolves into Conkeldurr when traded. Biology, Gurdurr is a gray bipedal Pokemon with a large, round, dark red nose. It has bulbous features resembling curls of hair on its head. Violet bulges resembling swelling veins pattern its muscular, large arms, thighs, and chest, and similar thick violet bands adorn its shoulders. It possesses an hourglass shape. It is known to usually carry an I-beam Gurdurr in its arms. The steel frame is used to train its muscles, and Gurdurr boasts about its muscles with Machoke and other members of its kind. However, if the individual fails to measure up to the others, it will proceed to lay low for some time. It is so strong that it won't even be moved if it is attacked by a group of professional wrestlers. It is usually found near construction sites. Unlike Timburr, Gurdurr is not good at helping with construction. Rather, it excels at demolition. Evolution, Gurdurr evolves from Timburr and evolves into Conkeldurr, so Timburr, Gurdurr, Conkeldurr. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity. Gurdurr is a major character. The player and partner try to recruit him to help build Pokemon Paradise, but due to an experience where a customer refused to pay for his work and tore down the house he had built for them, Gurdurr refuses to help anyone else. After being defeated in a battle with the player and partner, Gurdurr and the Timburr brothers agree to help, building the player and partner a house and agreeing to help in developing Paradise. Pokédex entries in Gen 5, Black. This Pokemon is so muscular and strongly built that even a group of wrestlers could not make it budge an inch. White. They strengthen their bodies by carrying steel beams. They show off their big muscles to their friends. Black 2 and White 2. With strengthened bodies, they skillfully wield steel beams to take down buildings. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry, Y is Black's entry, Omega Ruby is Black 2, White 2, and X's entry, and Alpha Sapphire is Black and Y's entry. In Gen 8, Sword, it shows off its muscles to Machoke and other Gurdurr. If it fails to measure up to the other Pokemon, it lies low for a little while. Shield, Gurdurr excels at demolition. Construction is not its forte. In any case, their skill in the way this Pokemon wields its metal beam. In Gen 9, Scarlet is White's entry. Violet is Black, Y, and Alpha Sapphire's entry. Gurdurr in the Kitakami Pokedex. You can see there's 3 of them. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats. HP 85. Attack 105. Defense 85. Special attack 40, special defense 50, speed 40 for a total of 405. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting poison, ground, ghost, steel of fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. Weak 2 flying, psychic, and fairy, all for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to rock, bug, and dark, all for half. Learn set by leveling up. We'll start with 30 here, so 30 scary face, 36 dynamic, punch, 42 hammer arm, 48 stone edge, 54 superpower, and 60 focus punch. By the TM we're skipping. By breeding, we're skipping. Nothing by prior evolution. Special moves. In this event, it gets knockoff. It's a physical, dark-type move. Its power is 65, accuracy 100%, and PB haha is 20. Side game data, you got all this. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond, the Pokepark pet entry. He's studying a lot of things with Conkeldurr. He is earnest and hardworking. He cares for the timber in the Cove area like his little brother. Got all this. Evolution data, Timber, level 25, Gurdurr, trade, Conkeldurr. Sprites here, so of course darker colors all around. It's interesting. Tan for the main body, and red for the pink parts for the shiny. In Gen 6, the models, this is now over its shoulder rather than above its head like that. That's interesting. Pretty good adaptation, I say. In Gen 7, not really much changes. The eyes might change a bit, but not too much. In Gen 8, you get the much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation. Gurdurr in Pokemon Journeys, the series. Got all that. Pokedex entries. So ready to record this first one for the anime section, so we'll let Ash's Pokedex read it.
Gurdurr, the muscular Pokémon, and the evolved form of Timber. Gurdurr trains its muscles by carrying a steel beam. With its amazing strength, even professional wrestlers can't move it.
In Journeys, episode 51, in Ghost Rotom Phone. Gurdurr, the muscular Pokemon, a fighting type. Gurdurr wields its Gurdurr masterfully. Although it excels at demolition, it is strangely inept at construction. Got all this in the manga. Gurdurr in Pokemon Adventures. Got all this. The TCG. Trivia, Gurdurr is similar to Machoke. Both are fighting-type Pokemon with a base stat total of 405, whose final evolution is triggered by trading. In Pokemon Conquest, Gurdurr in its evolved form, Conkeldurr are the only Pokemon that share a max link of 100% with 5 different warriors, which is the highest amount found in the game. Origin, Timber's Pokedex entry supports that it and its evolved forms are based on construction workers. Gurdurr, in particular, is always holding a steel beam. Its body appears to be covered with swollen veins from physical labor. The swollen parts on its shoulders resemble tasuki, a sash traditionally used by laborers to work without harming their garments' sleeves. Due to its clown nose, clown hair-like structure on its head, and buff body, Gurdurr may have also been based on a muscle man carny from a carnival sideshow. A red nose is also often used commonly in anime for old gruff men. Name origin, Gurdurr may be derived from Gurdurr, support beam. Dotek Kotsu may be a combination of Doboku, engineering works, and Tekkatsu, steel frame. The languages, related articles, external links, let's move on.
Now let's watch Gurdurr's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 697, Silent vs. Trip, Ash vs. Georgia. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and traveling companions, Iris and Silent, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu and Iris's Aksu, have joined the Nimbasa battle tournament, where Silent is now battling Trip, Ash's rival, who's sending out his Gurdurr. Gurdurr?
Whoa, Gurdurr!
Ash, Pikachu, Iris, Aksu.
Gurdurr, the muscular Pokémon, and the evolved form of Timber. Gurdurr trains its muscles by carrying a steel beam. With its amazing strength, even professional wrestlers can't move it.
Wow.
Okay, and that is Gurdurr's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Gurdurr. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Gurdurr. This is Hero Partner Week Home by Curtis the Snivy. So we've got this Gurdurr here, and these Timber helping a Pikachu and a Snivy build this building. I assume it's a reference to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity, where I guess they're probably building the home. This is Gurdurr by Bloxables. This is just a frame from the Gen 5 front sprite of Gurdurr. This doesn't contain a Gurdurr, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about Conkeldurr. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.